Hello friends, this is Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja here. I'm back with one of my small videos on practice management. Today I'm going to take a little bit part of pricing. Pricing is a very vast topic. I'll be making a few videos on it. So let me start with one of the biggest mistakes in pricing. Can you guys tell me what is the biggest mistake we do in pricing in our clinic? For me, the biggest mistake, there are quite a few number of it. I have published a whole series of articles on that. But for me, the biggest mistake we guys do in pricing is the underpricing. We still get stuck in that mistaken idea that startup clinics are supposed to win by having the lowest price, which is actually a fallacy. There are three terms: good, cheap, and fast. So at a time, you can pick only two out of them. The good service will be cheap, but can be cheap but won't be fast. Good service can be fast but won't be cheap. And service can be cheap but won't be good. So it's on to us that what we want to pick. So presently in COVID times, all of us are witnessing a fall in revenue and increase in our cost, courtesy sanitization and say other protocols being followed in our clinic. So, what exactly do I mean by when I say the biggest pricing mistake is by underpricing? Remember, pricing is a matter of situation, strategy, costs, competition, services, categorization, season, weather, instinct, and a combination of few or all of the factors I mentioned. It is very difficult to tell how to set the right price, but it is easier to tell how not to set your price or which mistakes we commit or which are not to be committed. So we always say how to decide for our treatment charges if our nearby clinic has very low rates as compared to us or our clinic. So I always say believe in your own skills, believe in your own karma, believe in your credentials, and stop peeping outside for price. Stress is indeed a big killer, and if you want to really compare yourself with the you of last year. The benchmark or the reference point should be you, yourself, and no one else. Sometimes we have that emotional block that if I charge more, the patient might go away after consultation, and if I charge less, then the patient might just say yes. So I'll just place a simple analogy for you. Most of you who will be listening to my videos would be females. Of course, this question is for both. But if I ask any of the females out of you, if I give you a fruit which is at 100 rupees per kg and fresh, I wish to give it to you at 10 rupees per kg. The only thing is that it is 5 day old. Will you buy it? The common sense would say no. Why? Because we don't compromise on health. Then why do we believe that the patient comes to us for our pricing only? If pricing was the criteria, Tata Nano would have been the most successful car of India. Tata uses Jaguar parts in its cars. All of us know it. And Tata is one of the top 5 brands of India. But even a car aimed at a say lower middle class, priced around the price tag of 1 lakh, 1 lakh 25,000, failed miserably because otherwise it would have been the cheapest car and the best car available. Yes, it came with its sets of disadvantages with the engine at the rear side and many other things, but yes, people didn't see value in that. Similarly, in healthcare, if I compare, we always tend to believe that patients choose us for our pricing. Yes, price is one of the 3 or 4 criterions patients evaluate before picking us, but it is not the only criteria. Have you seen someone searching for the cheapest root canal specialist on Google? They'll always search for the best root canal specialist. That is a different story altogether, that they would want to pay the cheapest price for the best. But another scenario, have you seen that sometimes, let's say, pricing for a market service for a crown, let's suppose, is 2000, and you know that is the price most of your competitors or colleagues in your area are charging. You quote your patient 1800. and you give the patient an appointment, or the patient says, I'll think about it and come back. Sometimes, or most of the time, that patient does not get converted. Have you ever wondered why? Because our pricing proposal might make them think that if he's the best, then why isn't he adequately priced? Or why is he so lowly priced? He must be using some adulterated materials or anything. So I should not risk my health with him. And that thought primarily comes since everything we see around us being inflationary. Many people still charge 15-year-old prevalent rates in dentistry. So it is up to you. These insecurities really kill us. The insecurities of losing the patient. I have a quote written on it. Insecurity stems from the infertile mind. So the most important question, where will the next buck come from, or say the where will be the next patient coming from, is still our biggest dilemma, and we shouldn't say be fearful of that. So friends, make your minds more fertile and be more secure mentally, and get rid of the fear of losing the patient just because of price. If you are adequately priced, if you're offering good services, you really ought to charge well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do share with your colleagues and comment in the section below. And kindly do subscribe to my channel. My channel is exclusively for dentist colleagues only. It is not meant for my patients. So please do tell your colleagues about it. Do subscribe. Do hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I say upload a video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.